All right. So it's been a while since I've made a video covering any of this stuff. Um, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Uh, my schedule is gonna get busy with things outside of game development over the next month or two, possibly a little bit longer. We'll just have to see. That said, um, I have made progress on these projects, specifically Frontiers Reach Battlespace, which you are seeing here, and Frontiers Reach Mercenaries. There's something I'm working on for Mercenaries. That said, uh, because I'm working on it, this specific thing, it's going to be a while before the next update is ready. I basically have to delay a month. Um, Battle Space as well. There's just a lot going on over the next couple of weeks. As partly because we're going into the holidays, and partly because I have doctor's appointments. It's nothing serious. It's just standard stuff I have to go do at this time of the year. Um, That said, there are updates here. We've got our customs shop, and we've got contact PTC. I closed that. This is part of the new dialogue system that is coming. This is a pretty robust thing right now. There's all sorts of crazy stuff that it does. We can pull in general references from like a lore, from a library of lore. This is all built by hand, by the way. Um, from a library of lore. Um, there's like alternate conversations that can crop up if certain conditions have been met, or when you meet certain conditions, options will go away. There's characters that will give you rewards for interacting with them, or even just going a little bit deeper with some of the characters that you might already be interacting with. Um, yeah, so that's a big one. Another big one is the upgraded tech tree here. You've already seen this, but what you haven't seen is this. This is the automation tab for the tech tree. Basically, you'll come in here and the thing that you were managing in the previous iteration or the previous tier of technology will now become automated, and you'll upgrade it to basically be a little bit faster every time. After this, we'll be getting into flotilla mechanics, and that's where crew will come in because you'll have to hire crew, dedicate scrap, and then allocate doubloons to building a ship, and that ship will become a part of your fleet. So, with that said, that wraps that up. Oh, I should actually show this beforehand. This is a new navigation setup for the menu here too. So we can go back and forth or all the way back. This is all working. So a lot less navigation in terms of, you know, having the additional menu here. So, and all the buttons should be, you know, readily available right here at the top. So yeah, I've got the UI built, I've got the backend data for the UI, like all the information, stuff like that. And all I have left to do is to tie in those tech tree upgrades to the actual mechanics themselves. Some of it is kind of the mechanics are set up, but they need to be tied into the actual upgrading of the tech tree automation bit, and others they basically like the mechanics, the automation mechanics still need to be built. So that's something I'll be working on this month as I get time. Close that down. We're going to go over here. Okay, so if you've downloaded the current demo, then you've already seen this. You already know what it is. There's no point in telling you what this menu is. Um, you can access all of this. It's just the links and the options to play here. So let's go ahead and fire this up. Take a little bit. Um, Basically, what I've been working on is getting player save data working. Before this thing goes up on Steam for people to download it in a more secure fashion, um, the goal here is to build out all of the player save data that we have currently, I feel like I have enough now that where I can actually just sort of get everything organized into a few different files and saved into a player profile thing for the time being. Although some things will be separated out into sessions, like because the idea here is that you're a mercenary and you're playing as part of a corporation. Well, that could be different every time you play. So rather than setting it up so that you have one save file to do everything, you'll have your character save file, and then you can play on different like corporations with the same character if you want. But when you start a new character, you'll also have the ability to like either choose to start a fresh character and then play that character on different uh, corporations, or you can just do it with like a fresh start and it starts you with a new character and a new corporation. Go away, Adobe. Um, so I'm gonna jump in here. This is already playing. We're good to go, and I'm gonna show you what the new player experience is gonna look like. So fresh start. This is where you come if you want to just do a whole new character with a whole new corporation. Continue a journey. Here, you'll get all your characters. You'll select a character and then go select your corporation. Here, join a friend. This is the multiplayer. I'm making space for this now. This is a promise that I hope to keep but may not be able to keep. So just keep that in mind. This
It
is a
was
skip
a
button.
brilliant jewel, suspended in a sea of black, unique among thousands in so many ways. Rare elements in vast quantities, complex systems of life, abnormal gravity. Many were sent to explore it. Many were lost learning to survive it. But survival was just the beginning. Under our feet, something alien slumbered, waiting to be woken up.
Alright, so we're going to hit the skip button here. That'll be implemented later. This is the actual character creation sequence. It's going to play out like you're on a desktop, you're watching some news, just kind of minding your own business while you're waiting to get to the planet Frontier's Reach or the moon Frontier's Reach. And then, bam, we get an email. We're going to open up that email. It's a priority request. So this is where you get to choose your character's name. I've just got some generic stuff in here for the time being, and then you choose your mercenary group name. Hit tell them what your name of your vessel is. I've chosen Bodie McBoatface. Select logo faction, and you'll have a like a little pop up here that where you can basically stamp your faction logo. Um, yeah. Send. And we're gonna wait a little bit here. I'll probably speed this up eventually. We need additional information. Alright. Apologies for getting this to you so late, but we appear to be missing information. Information we need to process your license to operate. Idea here is that you're going out to the frontier as a mercenary to do jobs and various things, and to keep you from being confused for pirates or anybody else, you're going to register with the free marshals, and they're going to have some amount of information on file. That's the lore reason for this. So we have place of birth. We're going to choose a little planet that we were born on, and it's going to give us a bonus. Speechcraft, martial arts, fabrication, sidearms. Martial arts is a physical skill. Speechcraft is a technical skill, fabrication is a crafting skill, and sidearms is a weapon skill. That's kind of how I'm organizing things right now. We're going to choose go with Calcutta Prime. What was our the data we have on file shows you fought the wars of succession in the core worlds, but not specifically what you did during that time. What was your primary occupation? We're gonna come in here. We got cook, scout, cyber ops, gun crewman. Yeah, again, technical, physical, crafting, weapons. So this process is designed to kind of skew your character in one direction or the other. The first one you choose is your major skill. This is a minor skill. You'll get to choose two minor skills. Let's go with, see, we had martial arts in the last one. Let's go with computers. We were a sort of handsy, fisticuffs kind of computer hacker person on Calcutta Prime. All right, other skill. I think I actually need to adjust the points on this one. I think it's supposed to be 15. I attended a premier engineering college where I majored in a field of engineering that involves manufacturing of large metal goods like vehicle and aircraft parts. All right, so again, technical, physical. Actually, I think this is. I think I need to reorganize this because this is a physical, this is the technical, this is crafting, and this is weapons. So I'll probably have to reorganize this, but yeah, essentially, uh, keeping in the same theme here. So I'm going to pick cardio because let's say I had to run a lot, right? I had to fight, I had to hack, and I had to run away. What was your favorite pet's name? I'm going to change this because this has security connotations or security issue connotations. But let's just do cutie cat because that's what I sometimes call my cat, but that's not something I would actually put into a security question thing. Submit our answers. For the reference, I don't expect this to be a child's game, so if you see something in here that I've done that is adult themed, please understand that this is something that's intended for adults. Some of the comic stuff in here you're not going to understand if you're a child anyways. So, all right, so this is basically where we confirm everything. Um, if I had, or eventually this will have a button that says correct form or something like that, and you'll have the option to enter this stuff manually if you want, or to change anything. Job will always be mercenary. Confirm licensing info. All right, so we've confirmed our licensing info. We've basically confirmed what our character's stats are, essentially. Arriving at Frontier's Reach. This is when we would fade to black and drop you onto the bridge of whatever you name your vessel. It will show up on the side of the vessel, so whatever you choose, choose wisely. And that's it. I look forward to letting you all have this eventually. Hopefully, it might not be until the first of the year that I get this out onto the Patreon for people to access. The idea is that we're going to go free to play on Steam, and then we'll release DLCs for it. The goal here is to have a platform for storytelling. Um, it's not just a game. I would think of it more like Ark Survival Evolved and how the structure for things is. You're going to have the base game plus a map for free, and then new maps and new story will be implemented as DLC. Because this stuff is expensive, and I gotta make. It would be nice to be able to make some of the money back that I spent on this, because I spent a lot of money and time on this. Anyways, I'll see you out on the Frontier, mercenary.